I hope that the camera's recording. It doesn't show me. But I wanted to do some updates. Like, I was thinking about CitizenGo recently. I know that it's been a while since I've done any reports, because I was really hoping, honestly, that at some point someone bigger than my channel would do a video on CitizenGo, and they haven't. So there are some new things with CitizenGo. First of all, there's this. They're taking donations to try and get people that are trying to stop them from stopping them. So this gets, it's been a while since I did the live stream with Cassandra. I wish Cassandra could be here to do a live stream with me today. I think I'd need a pain med, though. I'm so off. My shoulder is in a lot of pain, despite, what you may be seeing. Trust me. But anyway, so unprecedented attacks on CitizenGo. Gee, I wonder why. Just a few weeks ago, the Soros-funded EPF released a new report attacking CitizenGo and other pro-life, pro-family organizations. Using radical leftist tactics to destroy their enemies, they filled this new report with lies, distortion, and references to documents stolen from my hard drive in a hacker attack. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Lies and references from documents stolen off your hard drive. How are they lies when they've been stolen off your hard drive? This stuff was leaked. It was leaked. You've been caught. These people really are really disturbing. They're scary. This organization's scary. I really wish more people would talk about them. This is CitizenGo saying that they're being attacked. Just to reiterate that. This is dangerous, my friend. And I'd also say that I think there are leftists that do these things, but I think you'd be hard-pressed to find a leftist that's really violent. They are gearing up for all-out war, and their goal is to shut up or shut down CitizenGo. Actually, I've seen very little effort to shut down CitizenGo, and I think that there's good reason to shut down CitizenGo. They're dangerous. And anyone else who opposes their radical anti-life, anti-family agenda. It's cute how they word it that way. I expected they will soon demand our campaigns be banned and our doors closed. Well, and I'd like to reiterate, they say that they're calling leftists like myself probably radical anti-life and radical anti-family. What they really mean by that is they don't endorse LGBT rights, liberties, and freedoms, and they also don't support women's reproductive rights when it comes to abortions. And I really think that politically, when it comes to being against abortion, if you are politically against abortions, don't have an abortion. If that's something that goes against your religious doctrine or creed, then don't have an abortion. But I don't know why we have to stop everyone from having access to it. And keeping it at the second trimester is the stopping point, unless, of course, it's an emergency where it puts the woman's life in danger, or you have a dead fetus inside of you for a third trimester abortion. I think that that's pretty rational. I think that's pretty sane. I think that's pretty nuanced, neutral, and reasonable. They are really obsessed with CitizenGo. I counted 179 references to us in the report. We are first in their sights because thanks to you and millions more supporters, we are having the most impact exposing their lies and evil and stopping their plans. If you and I are shut out of standing for the unborn, a healthy family, and Christian values. So this is another thing CitizenGo loves to do, is they love to talk about religious freedom, but religious freedom only applies to you if you're a Christian. That's fun. Who will stand against the radical leftists, the abortion industry, and the LGBT lobby. Yeah, they really don't like LGBT people. They really don't fucking like us at all. And I want to know what they're referring to when they say radical left, and what is radical left? What are they defining by that? They do not talk about this very often. And I think it's fear-mongering, and it's propagandist, and it's basically a manipulative tactic is what I gather from it. And I'll get into that later. I'll show you another article that I found. We continue to defend unborn children and vulnerable women and girls against cultural imperialism and the push for more abortion by the United Nations. You and me and another 552,000 concerned citizens supported our petition to the UN Commission on Populations. Additionally, over 230,000 of our signatures contributed to the successful, here it is, erasing of the radical content related to abortion and the LGBT agenda from the final document of the UN Commission on the Status of Women 65. We are running a global campaign demanding the big tech CEOs of Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Google, Apple, Amazon, Pinterest to stop censoring our voice. Well, what's his ass just bought Twitter? Maybe that'll change. I don't know. I think Elon. I don't know what's going to happen with that. I'm really curious to see what's going to happen with Elon Musk owning Twitter. I don't think it's going to be what a lot of people think it is on both the left and the right. I think it's a variable. It's something you can make guesses all day, but you're not going to know until it happens. But I love it how they always say that Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Google, Apple, Amazon. That I've never heard anyone call Pinterest liberal, but. Okay, I don't think these companies are liberal. I don't think they're leftist. I think that they put their little pride parades up. They go, yay women, yay breast cancer awareness, and yay people of color, yay, yeah. Most of that, I think, is just a PR stunt to appeal and pander to people. I think ultimately, when it comes down to it, whatever their invested interest is whatever gets them more money, makes them more profit per year, and they do this pandering stuff because they want you to engage and endorse in their products. That's why they do it. I don't think they really give a damn. I don't think they give a damn if you're a neo-Nazi. I don't think they give a damn if you're a libertarian. They don't give a damn if you're a liberal, a Democrat, a Republican, or an anarchist or a communist. They don't give a damn. All they give a damn about is that you go to their platform and use their shit. That's all they fucking care about. That's all they fucking care about. Take it from me. I have been on all of these platforms, and my leftist stuff, like, I can be so edgy on leftist stuff, I get in trouble with these people. I mean, you know, like this, I'm pretty sure this channel is shadow banned. And I'm a leftist, you know. YouTube is not being, Google is not being leftist. Like, they're not looking at my channel being like, oh, he's a leftist, let's help him. They look at him and go, well, he's a little bit, you know, dark and extreme. We need to shadow ban him. I mean, no. They're not leftist. Actually, I almost got banned off of Facebook recently because I said all men are turtles. Apparently you can't. Apparently on Facebook, if you type in all men are turtles, Facebook will flag you for hate speech. It's no joke. It's for real. You can go and try it. If you do go to Facebook jail, it's like for 24 hours. But I mean, if you just do it once, you just get a slap on the wrist. So yeah. I don't think they're leftists. I think they're just in it for themselves, like most companies. You and me and another 510,000 CitizenGo members and counting are currently pressuring Netflix to remove offensive scenes from their series Paradise PD. The episode portrays Jesus. This is censorship, by the way. Like, this is funny. I don't know that the left has really censored a whole lot. I don't know. There are some South Park episodes on HBO Max that you can't watch. I have them on DVD. or if you go to Amazon and you get the digital copy, you will have those episodes because they have Muhammad in them. But on HBO Max, they don't have them. But this is interesting to me that both extremes want censorship for themselves, and it's like that's not going to work. That's headbutting. It's either free speech or it isn't. That's where it is. So the left shouldn't be censoring you. The right shouldn't be censoring either. I don't agree with censorship. I think that limits people and artistic freedom and individual expression. So no. But pressuring Netflix to remove offensive scenes from their series Paradise PD, the episode portrays Jesus as coming down from the cross to kill his prosecutors with machine guns, followed by the scene where he engages in actions that are nothing short of pornography. We are protecting our brave campaigner, and I don't know how to pronounce her name, Kikyo, who is attacked by Mary Stopes, international abortion giant, with a lawsuit because she exposed its illegal activities in Kenya. I'd be really curious to see what those are. This organization is not very honest. So that was one thing. This is something else I found that's very scary. Is Yunque it used to be a secret society. It was a terrorist organization. It was a fucking terrorist organization. Well, it's not anymore. It's a former secret society of Mexican regional origin, but alleged to now be a national political force. Oh boy, that's so good. I'm glad they're a political force as well as a terrorist organization, and they still are a terrorist organization. According to the reporter Alvaro Delgado, is to defend the Catholic religion and fight the forces of Satan, whether through violence or murder. Isn't that awesome that now that they're an actual political fucking party? That's great. And they're gonna combat the forces of Satan and in the name of the Catholic religion, whether through violence or murder. Isn't that nice? That's wonderful. If you can't tell, I'm being facetious as hell. I don't think this is good. Keep in mind, Yunque, or Yunque for short, is associated with CitizenGo and Hozier, which Hozier is the one that sat at the at the UN, at the United Nations, and CitizenGo has been funding and plotting with oligarchs isn't the right word, autocrats all over the world. And that's why I think it even, does it mention it in here? No, it doesn't mention it in here. But they have ties to these autocrats, like what Putin is doing over in Russia with Ukraine right now. It's interesting because they have ties to creating autocrats and reestablishing monarchies. Yes, indeed they do. So, yeah, Yunque is a terrorist organization that is also now a national political force. So that's cool. Now that do I want to go over this one yet? Let's do this one. So yeah, this is where they talk, and Cassandra and I talked about this in our live stream. There's Hozier right here, related to Yunque, and Hozier eventually became CitizenGo, and it's in here that says the CEO of CitizenGo is Alvaro And CitizenGo Foundation Board of Trustees is composed of Ignacio Arzuga, founder and president, Walter Hintz, Blanca, okay. Ally of pro-Vladimir Putin oligarch Konstantin Malofeev, and Alejandro Bermudez and John Henry Weston. So they actually get from this Konstantin Malofeev, they get lots of donation money from this guy. They also get lots of donation money from Vladimir Putin. And this is some of their current stuff. They're attacking Disneyland. They're attacking LGBT rights, attacking Paradise PD TV series, defense of the Russian gay propaganda law. Oh, that's really cool. You know, we should be very, very excited about that. Okay, so now I stumbled onto this is their actual website, the CitizenGo website. This is their shit. Here's their victories. Do not register Rock of Hope organization. They canceled Rock of Hope. They canceled DC Comics to release because they are quote-unquote blasphemous series about Jesus. This they got somebody out of Pakistan, which I don't care about that. And then there's something about Venezuelans are dying, and they don't talk about anything about what the hell that is. And they got somebody out of Turkey. And, okay. I guess they got it banned in Iowa that if there's a heartbeat, you can't get an abortion. That occurs within the first week. The reason why we say the second trimester is because the central nervous system doesn't develop until the second trimester. So those were just some of the things that have victories, and what they're trying to do right now is these stop Disney from promoting LGBTQ agenda, which I find interesting because Disney for the longest time has been pretty fucking conservative, and that just is weird to me. Like, I'm not a big fan of Disney. I don't care, but again, they want to censor things because they don't like it. It says, in a leaked video of an internal Disney meeting, Disney's corporate president, Carrie Brooke, bragged openly of her plans to introduce more and more LGBTQ plus indoctrination to young children. I don't think it's indoctrination. I think it's just that they're there. That's it. Support for Ron DeSantis against attacks from woke Disney. Pray for peace in Ukraine. Stop the vaccine mandates. That's a little late. Vote to the Global Respect Act. And they begin this by saying, imagine an America where the President of the United States can reject the entry of the Pope or religious leaders who oppose same-sex marriage. That sounds chilling, right? I don't think that's what this does. I think it's close to what it does probably, but I think that there's probably some slant. And there's a reason why I think that. This group is notorious for doing that crap, and I think there's probably a reason why they are proposing this bill in the first place. They don't like that somebody in Germany made the Virgin Mary out to be trans, and again, this is limiting artistic and creative expression. I think if you want to make the Virgin Mary a horse or an elephant, you should be able to. It doesn't matter. This is just someone's, like, leftist edgelording stuff. Who fucking cares? The vaccine stuff's going away. That's a little too late. So, they definitely are against that. They want people to stop censoring the faith-based community, but then they want to turn around and censor anything that isn't Christian. They've actually just go right back up here. Okay, they got DC Comics banned because it was blasphemous about Jesus. Okay, and then they sit here and they say, "Vocal, stop censoring the faith-based community." Okay. Stop politicizing Superman. Okay. Because he's bisexual. Why don't you just not watch that? I mean, I would think that that's simple. I tend to watch right-leaning stuff because I want to know how other people think beyond my own bubble. But, I mean, if I found something really that offensive, I probably just wouldn't watch it. Stop the UN women from scrapping the words feminine and women. I don't think that's happening either. I think that that's a different thing, and they're fear-mongering and into making it into something else. Voicing Christian beliefs should not be a crime. I don't think that they are a crime. It says, sadly, in today's culture, it is an ever-growing trend for those not following the status quo to face persecution and, in some cases, imprisonment. Really? So there's a Finnick person who is facing jail time for something she posted on Twitter that's not in the United States. That sounds vague, weird, strange. As far as in the United States goes, I don't think this is a thing. They do this. They go to other countries and they do the most heinous things. It's just like the Catholic Church with the whole banning of contraceptives and causing HIV rates to just soar. COVID-19 vaccines do not coerce Jamaican parents into vaccinating their children. Stop blasphemous film. They want to censor this film because it shows a nun being a lesbian. Oh my God. This was a thing. There was an advocacy to try and remove sex off of birth certificates, which is really weird because there's supposed to be a distinction between sex and which is biology, and then gender, which is social. U.S. Senate exclude abortion funding. Yeah, they hate abortions. They hate trans people. They hate gay people. This is where I was like, wait a minute, this is just starting to sound really fucking strange. No assisted suicide by telehealth. That's where I had to go and look this up. And when at the very first line, I think is when I realized that it was spin. The coronavirus has stripped many of a stay in the manner and timing of their own deaths. But for some terminally ill people wishing to die, a workaround exists. Medically assisted deaths in America are increasingly taking place online, from the initial doctor's visit to the ingestion of life-ending medications. Let me tell you something, this is not new. This is not the right to die people. Some 30-year-old going, I'm depressed, I want to die, I hate life, I hate living. That's not what this is. This is terminally ill people, and this has been around a lot longer than you think. There used to be a thing called DNR, which stands for Do Not Resuscitate. It's actually in a lot of states. You can do this. You can put it on your medical file. It basically states that if you go into cardiac arrest or something like that, you don't want to be revived. Like, people who are in long-term care facilities are usually the types of people to have this on their medical profiles. It's basically, when you get to the point where you can't take care of yourself, you can't wipe your own butt, you can't feed yourself, a DNR on your medical stuff basically means if I go into cardiac arrest, do not resuscitate. That's what it means. It's the same thing. It's right to die, but it's not because you're depressed and you hate life and blah, 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 blah. It's because you're dying. This is, like people who have lupus or something, and it's like, I want to die with dignity. That's what they're talking about. But the way they, describe this, Congress is considering bills that will extend the use of telehealth beyond the COVID-19 pandemic. Must be amended to include clear language preventing assisted suicide by telehealth. You want to stop doctors from helping terminally ill patients in their life and engage in end-of-life care. That is pretty fucked up. They hate abortion. They hate Facebook. Well, they don't want a Facebook app for kids, and it's like, why? You could win from this. Like, YouTube did this, and it's been working well. I don't know why they'd be against that, but whatever. I forgot what this one was. Oh, this is just demanding, that European parliamentary forums will have to protect CitizenGo so they can't, they can say whatever and do whatever they want. That's cool. Here's one, remember we go up here and there's that, oh, I don't want to be censored. Religious freedom, stop censorship. We need to censor this cartoon because it's offensive depictions of Jesus. Again, they want to stop promoting LGBT stuff. They don't want LGBT people to have rights. They really don't. They want to stop abortions in Kenya. Support religious freedom in Sudan. That one, I mean, I can kind of understand this. This is basically like they want Christians to stop being persecuted by Islam people, Islamists. Stop abortion. And when they say sexualization of children, basically what they mean is like we don't want like two men to have a baby. Or two women to have a baby, and they can't even see that shit. They can't even see it. It'll fuck with their minds forever. It'll be fucking crazy. They're gonna turn fucking gay. So it's a learned behavior type bullshit thinking. This one I found interesting. I had to look this one up. Amazon bring back Clarence Thomas in his own words, and just basically this everything that they say in here. I'll just fucking read it. During Black History Month, Amazon stripped a popular documentary on conservative Justice Clarence Thomas, the black justice currently serving on the Supreme Court, from its streaming service. Thomas's documentary Created Equal was nationally broadcast on PBS last April and has a 99% audience approval rating on the popular movie rating website Rotten Tomatoes. On the Amazon website, the film has received a spectacular 4.9 star rating out of 5 stars from customer reviews with 1,243 ratings. And so I was like, okay, that's kind of curious. So, I mean, wait, what is this? Oh, this has to do with something else I found on there. So, the Wall Street Journal basically says that the cancellation of this justice, they admit in here that Amazon has revealed no answer why they took this down. And they bring up a few other conservative documentaries and movies that they've taken down without giving any reason as to why they've done this. And they bring up, the fact that they're a private company, and if they don't want to carry something, then they don't have to. But they make it out to be like, oh, this is, cancel culture, radical leftist pushes to stop people from learning about conservative viewpoints. And the thing, and this article is about the same thing, but the thing that I find interesting about it is they give the facts, the straight facts. They even tell you, this documentary is still available for a fee on the other 9, including Apple TV, Google Play, YouTube, DirecTV, and Xbox. But on Amazon Prime, above a promo for the movie, it states this video is currently unavailable to watch in your location. And what I like about this is they go over it from different perspectives. So they have this person. These are all different people giving their opinion on this, like different. And some run with the whole. Some run with the whole like, oh, it's a leftist thing. Some act like leftist shills, and I think one of the most rational things I saw on this was basically like, it's still available on other platforms. It's not like it's completely not available at all. And unfortunately for you, Amazon as a company, they can choose what they're going to supply and what they're not going to supply. They don't have to supply a movie if they don't want to, and they don't have to give a reason because it's called being a private company. I mean, I thought conservatives were about that. I thought they were about free market. And that's what Amazon is doing. And they go on to say, look, it's on these other streaming places. You can get it. It's easy to do, and they say maybe evidence should be offered, but it's really not that big of a deal like they're making it out to be. So the other one that they're really pissed off about this. Some Cadbury egg where 2 dudes like share the cream filling or something like that. They're really pissed off about that. Oh, this was the one that I had questions about. Sign to oppose Biden's plan to force children to share showers with the opposite sex. I was like, what, and Mitch McConnell's backing this? I don't think so. That doesn't sound right. So I had to go and look this up. And I mean, like right at the very beginning, you can tell that, you know, they're participating in fear-mongering again. It says title, I forget how to read Roman numerals, does not require schools to eliminate distinct facilities for boys and girls. It recognizes that there are privacy and safety concerns justifying the distinctions. This title allows schools to provide separate toilet, locker room, and shower facilities on the basis of sex without committing sex discrimination. So, no. No. Just no. That's what they're saying here isn't a thing. That's not what they're doing. Again, they really, really hate abortions. Here's another show that they want to cancel, and I haven't looked into Massachusetts quote-unquote suicide bill, but I'd be willing to bet if you go and you ask these right-to-die people if you have the right to commit suicide in any of the states in the United States, they'd tell you no. Again, no abortions. Oh no, Hollywood wants to make Jesus a woman. Oh my God, no. And apparently they want to get rid of Teen Vogue. I thought that was just a stupid pop magazine. And protect the rights of the faith-based community. Okay. So, I mean, if you look through, a lot of it is fear-mongering and spin, but, you know, like, look, these people are signing these. They're getting shit done, and some of it's, quite frankly, scary. Like blatant censorship and blatant hate and... Oh, this one I find interesting. Demand the DOJ prosecute Pornhub and MindGeek for U.S. law violations, child porn, trafficking, content, and obscene pornography. There's no child pornography on Pornhub. I don't know about MindGeek. I've never heard of MindGeek. There's no trafficking content on Pornhub. They actually passed legislation that made Pornhub really lame. That basically, like, unless you have the name of the people in the video. So there's people who are making porn content that was like anonymous. You know, like a stranger just walked in and bred me and left. Those have all been taken down off of Pornhub because they need consent now and such, which I'm not terribly against, but that's understandable, you know, especially if you don't consent to being on the internet and you get put up on the internet because somebody wanted to make a porn video on Pornhub about getting bred anonymously or something like that. So I understand that. But that really got rid of the whole prospect of trafficking because there's some kind of I don't know what it is that they did, but a lot of stuff got taken off of Pornhub. There's never been child porn on it though, never. Not to my knowledge anyway. I don't know what they're calling obscene pornography either. Probably just gay sex. Like, oh my God, there's gay sex on there. It's obscene. So that's what CitizenGo has been up to lately, and I also kind of wanted to go through some other things on the internet. I really think that the far right is ramping up again to try and do another culture war. Hold on just a second, I'll show you why. I don't think this needs much introduction. This has a lot of far right, sort of neo-Nazi, National Socialist talking points in it. They kind of like are into this, Darwinist perspective of, let them overdose, let them be a problem, let them die, because so I went and I looked at his account and I said, interesting account you have in perspective. Would it be incorrect to assume you don't want things like harm reduction because the quote-unquote deplorables deserve it? Turner Diary type shit. And he says, no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Doubt I'd give a fuck if I did. And I think he knows exactly what I'm talking about. I told him, I looked at your profile. You can't wait for the next culture war. He literally had that posted. I scrolled through a bit and I get the gist. And here you go, ridding the world of leftists. You ain't seen hate crime yet, motherfucker. So really, that's so wholesome. I can't wait to see hate crime. Yeah, that's cute how he put this in. Millions of immunocompromised, in brackets, people can't be vaccinated, ... antibody, in brackets, treatment has enormous potential. He's basically saying, I think we should kill gay people by infecting HIV gay people with COVID. And so this was the last exchange I had with him, and I give a single solitary fuck what you think or read. Guess you're all aflutter thinking of some exchange where you get to think you got me somehow with some clever snark. Sorry, not today or any day. My advice is you clean your own house and stay far away from mine. Oh, okay. All right, I'm just going to use this as the window while I wrap this up. So, CitizenGo is up to a lot of stuff, and I seem to be the only one really interested in reporting anything on it. Again, when I was doing search for CitizenGo, there was not a lot. I had to go directly to CitizenGo's webpage and read through and look at what they wanted to do. There's no articles written about them, at least no new ones. Again, most of the stuff about them is from other countries. And they're active in the United States. They have contacts with 2 Supreme Court justices. So that's fun. I really think this is a dangerous organization, and I would like to point this out, is that, I don't really care what your political position is, but I do care about whether or not you support freedoms. And I don't think anyone in their right mind supports like an oligarchy, an autocracy, plutocrats controlling things. I don't think anyone in their right mind would really want to live under these things. I think we all kind of appreciate a free society. So, I really hope that some of this stuff does not make headway. I hope it gets stopped in its tracks. I do. I will say, I do think the left should stop being so dismissive of censorship and stop being so censorship-y. And because these people are pissed. And it's pretty clear that they're pissed. And they want revenge. So, yeah. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe. And with that, I'm out.